Hello and welcome to day 3 of Train Like a Pro. So I've got about 4.5 hours planned today, and with this series of videos I'm going to show how even if you don't want to be a pro cyclist, you can still take away good information in order to lose weight, stay lean, eat the right foods. So primarily on this channel it's all about health and sustainable and healthy weight loss through a lifestyle based on a high carbohydrate, low fat, low protein lifestyle. So as in you do this every day for your life and you have fun and it's enjoyable. So that's the main goal of these videos. Is there's no calorie counting to lose weight. Hello. And it's about getting out on the bike and enjoying life. So this is the freedom machine, and there's some freedom back there and adventure waiting. And yeah, it's if you want to do a mountain bike, road bike, BMX, you want a bike with 3 wheels, it can be whatever you want. The main point is, from these videos I'll show you there is a way to improve your health, i.e. losing weight, being healthy without destroying your health through fad dieting and taking drugs. So there's no drug taking on this channel, there's no calorie counting. It's just having fun, improving life quality, and also at the same time, yeah, anyone can train like a pro. Even the pros don't necessarily train like a professional road cyclist. So I hope you enjoy the video. Hello. Little butterfly. Like and subscribe and check out the other videos on the channel. I also go on adventures and show that, and yeah, it's all about these videos all about motivating, being good motivation to lead I think a better life. And what better to train like a pro? That is to enjoy riding your bike and enjoying life. That's what training like a pro is. So yes, I hope you enjoy the video, and I'll show you everything I eat. I'll do a recap at the end just to show, because I know people will probably want to see that. It's just to show. I'll say how many calories I had, how many grams of carbohydrate, and my weight, just to show, because I know people will want to know that. So normally I wouldn't track my weight or my calories. I just eat to feel full. Okay, just eat to feel full. So you drink to stay satiated for water, if that's the right word, satiated, and you breathe air for oxygen, and you eat food for sugar or carbohydrates, and you eat as much of them as you want. You breathe as much as you want, and you drink as much as you need. Hope you enjoy the views. Hope you enjoy the video, and I'll catch you later on the adventure. Had a bowl of white rice this morning. There's the white rice, and I had that with some soy sauce and sprinkle that on with a bit of some pepper and some herbs. And now I'm having a can of mango. And yeah, I'm going for a long ride, so I'm starting with rice, which yeah, it's quite heavy, but I find that if you're doing a long ride, then you need starches to get enough energy. I also had this whole bottle of orange juice as well. Now here's some people who aren't training like a pro. There's lots of obviously drunken good times going on over there. But yeah, if you want to, it's a little flea, midgie, sorry, little bitey midgie. If you want to keep your fitness and stay healthy, then I would never take any drugs, alcohol, if you really want to be healthy for life and be able to perform at your best, and that is meaning being healthy, then yeah, I wouldn't ever recommend drinking alcohol, wine, spirits, beer. You don't need it to have a good time. If you want to have a good time, I recommend getting one of these. And yeah, if you want to, sorry about the noise. If you want to take a break and do something like this, then you don't need to take drugs, okay? If you want to keep your fitness for training like a pro and being the best you can you hear it? Something like this, yeah, it may seem fun, but you're going to lose a lot of fitness. Yeah, it looks exciting. Very exciting. But yeah, if you want to do something like this, you can. If you want to do something like this, yeah, you can. It's up to you. It's your life. This or this or this or this. I choose this. Got my fan club up there. Do you see them? Hello. Don't know what they're waiting for. I think for me to do something amazing, like hands off the bars. Ah. So yeah, I'm doing about 4.5 hours today, and I've got for my on the bike nutrition. I've got two 950s, two 950 milliliter bottles with about 150 grams in each, 150 grams of table sugar, and I've got some sweets in the pockets on the side of my leg there, and also some more here. So I've got vegan gummy sweets, and this is the scenery for today. 360 there. Pro training views. So that will probably be about, well, 350 plus 150. So yeah, I'll have enough for 100 grams of sugar an hour, plus a little bit more. So I've got a little bit more always just in case I feel like I need a little bit more. It's very muggy today. The air is very humid, but it's not actually that warm, but because it's so humid, I feel all sticky and sweaty, which isn't very pleasant. But yeah, I've got enough fluids, got enough sugars, and I'll show you some more of the view. More of the motivation. Woo! Ow, ow, ow. Look at that. Just hiding behind a hedgerow is freedom. Well, at least that's what freedom looks like. Nature. So yeah, training. I think training like a pro is training in nature as well, and also understanding how amazing the bike is. So I think it's more than just what you talk about when you say training like a pro. It should be more than just the promotion of money for a brand. If you're doing a pro cyclist, you're just an advertising board for some company. I think should also see how amazing the bike is for the rest of the world as well, making the world a better place. If there's more pro people training like a pro. So today I've done coming up to 3 hours, just over 3 hours now. Yeah, over 3 hours now, and I've seen two people on road bikes, so road cyclists, and when I set off there was just a person going slowly along on an old mountain bike. So I've seen 3 people on bikes today in 3 hours, which isn't great, is it? Should be more people out, and then there'll be less cars. So if more people ride bikes, there's less cars. So there you go. pro motivation to get out on the bike. I mean, there's literally no wind today, so I can just about hear the humming of, even out here in the middle of nowhere, I can just hear the slight hum of a car engine in the distance. Have you seen this many butterflies in one spot? Isn't that amazing? All feasting on the sugars, on the nectar. Beautiful. I've just seen something I've never seen before. These butterflies here behind me are actually fighting, knocking each other off out the way, like little birds would at a bird feeder. So it's so busy here, there's not much real estate. They're knocking each other out the way. It's funny. This little sheep here got its head stuck. I don't understand why they make the fences are made almost exactly perfectly to get your head stuck. It doesn't make any sense, does it? The amount of times I see that while I'm out on my adventures. Yeah, there's nothing I can do there, is there? Yeah, if you ever see a sheep's head stuck, you know, try and get it out, because otherwise, you know, they could start thrashing around like I've seen them, and they just break their neck. So, just got the supplies on the old banger, the old chopper. I got back, finished off some water, and then had some 2 large slices of sourdough, just to bread and water, just to get me to the shops to get some pro cyclist supplies. Basically more sugary stuff, more sugar and more carbs. Here is some pro cycling recovery food. So I got some pasta just about done, and I've also got a little bit of leftover pasta. I'm going to heat that up, and I've got some spicy tomato sauce in there with some cut up peppers, because that goes really nicely with it. Just added a little bit of pepper, a little bit of spice to the spice. I've had a glass of orange juice. I had some pre-made tomato sauce there, chili and tomato and chili sauce. And I'm also going to relax with this nice bottle of rose lemonade, nice and sugary, and also it's not caffeinated. It doesn't have caffeine in it, so I'll be able to sleep. So my sleep won't be affected. So I don't recommend caffeine ever, to be honest. Only in the very, very rare circumstances, maybe in a big race, important race, but otherwise I never recommend caffeine. So if you see that, it's not caffeinated, just nice and sugary. Yeah, because caffeine will ruin sleep, among other negative health consequences. Here's some more pro recovery food. Got about maybe a kilo, maybe a bit more than a kilo of pasta and some sauce and some chopped up peppers, and then I'm having that with some of this really nice rose lemonade. Again, no caffeine, nice and sugary, and again relaxing to Dad's Army. Very good, sir.
Haven't they arrived yet? No, it's most unusual, Mr. Mary, Mr. Wilson, to be late.
This is the recap for Training Like a Pro, day 3. Just got my notes here. I think it's a good idea to have a little notepad so you can keep track of everything. So I had about a kilo of carbohydrates today. Yes, about almost exactly a kilo of carbohydrates. And you would have seen all the foods that I had. Got hair in my mouth. And I was about 67 kilos this morning. It actually just started raining, so I hope I don't get too wet. And in the end, I did about 3 hours and 40 minutes. But I'll leave a screenshot at the end of the video showing what my training was today. So I hope you enjoy the video, and you can see that it's all about, so the main things, you know, that I always cover on this channel essentially is, so this is, I call it the high sugar freedom lifestyle. So in terms of the freedom, it gives you the energy. So if you're eating lots of carbohydrates and subsequently low in fat and low in protein for a cyclist, if you want to be lean as a cyclist, and also for longevity as well, if you want to form that as part of your lifestyle, then also for training like a pro, you know, you shouldn't be looking to just destroy your health through restricting calories. So if you want to live for longevity and be a fast cyclist, or still be cycling into old age or any age sustainably, then it's high carbohydrate or high sugar, essentially the same thing, and that's low fat and low protein. So the low fat and low protein allows you to always be lean, and the fats that are in the foods that I recommend that you've seen me eat, like rice, for example, it's got the omega fats in it. So the main fat in rice is omega fats. So that's that covered, just for example. And the protein, if you are trying to chase a goal for protein, you're doing it wrong. Okay, your whole understanding is wrong. Okay, so what you need to think about protein is you never will be, if you're eating to feel full, you'll never be not eating enough. Okay, so you'll always have adequate amount of protein if you're eating the foods that I recommend to feel full. So for example, white rice, there's lots of protein in white rice. Okay, lots of protein. And if you are, essentially what you need to focus on is carbohydrate, so making sure you've always got enough carbohydrate. And then as a positive consequence of the foods that I recommend, you will get enough protein, okay, just from eating as much of the foods as I recommend. And because generally rice, for example, is a low calorie food, you can eat lots of it. And therefore, if you're eating high fat, high protein, you will have to restrict what you eat, okay, in order not to gain weight. So that's also the beauty of this lifestyle. You know, that it covers different bases of health. So for example, people, they worry about, you know, they become anemic if they're a cyclist, or they're not getting enough protein. Well, if you're eating lots and lots of rice, for example, and lots and lots of rice for training, then because it's low calorie compared to maybe if you're eating like a steak, for example, or high fat foods, or high fat, and it might even be high fat vegan foods, you can eat lots of the rice, and therefore you're getting lots of what you need into your body, like protein and iron. So if you want to make sure that you're not going to become deficient, therefore eating in a way that allows you to eat unlimited amounts of those foods, unlimited, therefore you won't need to worry about being deficient. Whereas if you're limiting foods because it's high calorie, then you then you can worry, and then there is grounds to worry about being deficient. Okay, so I promote eating as much of the foods as I recommend for lots of different reasons. Okay, and there's some reasons right there. So you can cover your bases, and cover your bases, you ground your foundations, and not need to worry about protein. So just for example, in this video, I'm just mentioning protein because I hear I hear a lot, you know, I need to have, for example, I hear always at least 100 grams of protein. I've even, you know, had women, so I say even women, saying they need 100 grams of protein. 100 grams of protein a day for a man, and maybe someone who's 6'5" and naturally, you know, 6'5", even for someone like that sort of build, and maybe is a 90 kilos lean, that's a lot of protein, okay? Way more than you need. So as you're seeing, I'm not chasing a goal for protein. I'm eating the foods that are high in carbohydrate, and then naturally as a consequence, I'm getting protein. So that's the way you should look at it, not, you know, you're targeting the wrong macronutrients. If you want to be lean and healthy for cycling and for longevity, you keep your fat, you keep your protein intake low, and you keep your carbohydrates high. And then you eat, and therefore, if you eat the foods that fit that formula, so for example, white rice, that fits that formula of high carb, low protein, and low fat. So yeah, as you see, you can see it already slipping into place. Yeah, knowledge is building and understanding is building. So I hope you enjoy the video. Stay tuned, like and subscribe. And yeah, day 4 is next. That's right. Day 4. I need to keep track. Day 3, day 4. So this was day 3, and then day 4 is coming up tomorrow. So thank you for your time. If you have any questions or criticisms, put them in the comment section below. Hope you're enjoying the videos. So yeah, there's still some summer left. Okay, so hopefully the weather will still stay good, and I'll get as many dry days as I can in, and as many beautiful views for your eyes, to please your eyes. You'll be seeing, maybe during this period of a month or so, these plums right here are perfectly in season right now, so it'll be interesting over the coming weeks. This bounty of nature here will start to disappear, sadly. So I've been waiting for months for these to ripen, and then just in the space of a few weeks they'll all be gone. Sort of quite sad, isn't it? But that's life. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next one, and thank you for your time.